Now let's work on the final type of metadata and the connections, which is for the databases. In most of the companies, we extract data from a database, or at least we load the data into a database. So it's common scenario. Now let's see how to create database connections and retrieve schema and store them in the metadata. So in order to do that, you right click on the DB connections, create connection. So I'm going to edit the one I have. Then you will get your first window, and the second window you will have a lot of things to see here. So first, actually I'm going to create a new one for you guys. So first you have to select what is your database. We have so many database vendors here. We have Access, Amazon, Hadoop, Hive. So since I only have MySQL installed on my computer, so I'm going to select that. So these values are going to get populated. If your port is different, change that. Then you have to give your login username. Mine is, I'm going to use root. You have to mention your password. Then you have to give your server, which in my case is localhost. Then the database. So I'm going to correct to the world database. Click on check. So if everything is correct, then it is going to say connection successful. And you can leave these default values as is. And that's all. That's how you create a connection to a database. All you have to know is the user details, server, and the port, and the database you are going to connect to. Export as context, we will learn about it in our later section, context and variables. But as of now, this is how you create a connection to a database. It's very simple, it's basic. So then you will click on finish. Then once you do that, it will give you all this. It won't give you any table schemas or queries. If that database already have tables in it, then what you can do, right click on the connection and retrieve schema. When you click retrieve schema, what it does is it will bring all the tables and schemas. So this is how. So I have these three tables in my database, world database. So it brought all of my three tables and their schemas. Simple. Creating schemas for database are too simple because they're already in table format. So you won't be doing parsing and all. And the other options we have is like you can edit connection, you can edit queries. The other options we have are read queries, retrieve query. So we have queries about queries, and we have schemas. You can retrieve schemas by right clicking here. It will bring in all the schemas in the database. And detect dependencies, it will detect the dependencies for this particular connection, which means wherever it is used, it will detect all those. If there are any changes, then you can delete, you can copy, duplicate, and export items. So that's all you can do. So it's simple. Creating a connection, it's simple if you know what you are doing. If you have views and if you want to see their view schemas, they will be populated here. But and the schemas, these are like basic schemas. Edit schema, it will take you to the schema window. This schema window is little different to our file schema, but the basic concept is same. You have the tables, all the tables in that database, and it will show you the metadata for each table. Even guest schema, it will be same. It will connect to the database and it will get the schema from there. And then you have the retrieve schema. If you have new schemas, add schema, you can create your own, remove schema, all the basics things. So these all you know. You can reset DB types. These are the database types. You can reset them. If you change them, they will be reset, and you know all these options. Replace all rows, import from XML file, export to XML file, copy, paste, change the order, and remove and add. So those are the options we have for creating metadata for database connections, creating a database connection and retrieving the respective table schemas from the database we connected to. So by this, we will end the metadata section. We have covered most of the stuff. We have covered delimited, positional, regex, XML, Excel, LDIF, JSON. We have covered generic schema, web service. We have covered database connection and retrieving database schemas. So you have a couple of exercises you have to work on. So all the best with the exercises. I hope you won't need to look at my videos to do these exercises. Thank you.